In this tutorial, we will learn about SOLIDO colors. The content is divided into two videos, where we learn about various options in the colors windows and colors database in Part 1. Then in Part 2, we will learn in detail about color properties and various color types available in SOLIDO. The colors window displays colors associated with blocks in the blocks window. Each color stands for a material, cavity, or boundary condition depending on the color type. The color window is linked to the color database. The color database allows users to predefine colors for frequently used materials, cavities, and boundary conditions. More information on how to use or modify the color database follows at the end of the video. At the Colors menu, you notice three options in the drop-down list: List All, List Defined and List Present. By default, the Colors toolbar is under the List Present, meaning only colors defined under the Blocks window are shown in the Colors window. If we choose List All, the Colors window updates by showing all 256 colors from the database and the colors assigned to the blocks in editable format. If it's in yellow, it means we cannot edit it. If it's in white, it's editable. We can stretch the window if required, which makes it easier to explore the window. The color database contains a few colors which have predefined thermal properties as per ISO standards, and some colors don't have predefined properties, allowing us to customize or create our own materials. Lastly, List Defined is also similar to List All, but the only difference is that it only displays the colors with predefined properties and doesn't display colors which have empty parameters. We now change the color window back to List Present from the Colors menu. At the Colors window, the first column color represents the index number for the color which we defined at the Blocks window. Say we input color 136 for reinforced concrete, we notice color window automatically updates and displays its material properties. Type allows us to define if the corresponding color represents a material or a boundary condition. You can double-click to change from one type to another to change the default property as defined in the color database. We can see that we change from material to Equimat to BC Simple to BC Free S. If you have Radcon module, you will have few more types available, such as BC Free, BC Sky, BC No Sky, and Transmat. We shall learn about each of these in detail in the next video, which is Part 2 of the Colors tutorial. If you wish to edit the color properties, you can input the customized data into the cells which are in white. If the cells are in yellow, means that they are locked to restrict any editing. Parameters are linked with the reference standard mentioned in the standard column, hence the cells which define material properties are in yellow. You can double-click to change from one reference standard to another. If you choose Nihil, you would be free from reference standards, hence you can customize and input all the parameters of material properties. It's important to note that any change you make at the color window, either by changing reference standards or input values, is affected locally only for this project file. If you open a new project, these changes to the color properties won't be reflected. You can also browse the material from reference standards and input that material to the current color. To do this, go to the Colors menu, at drop-down list, if you choose Load Material. Material Database opens up. Here under the database you can choose the reference standard, say, for example, ISO 10456. Now, you can select the categorized group you wanted to explore, say CN Concrete, and then you can choose the material from the list. Upon clicking OK, you can notice that properties are updated based on our selection from the material database. These changes are still locally made, which means the changes are made only for this project and would not be reflected if you open a new project. If you wish to change the default color database and want to reflect it in future projects, from the File menu, open the color database. SOLIDO asks you if you want to save your current file, as SOLIDO closes your project before opening the colors database. You can see here the entire list of colors, allowing you to make changes. If you make the change here, this would be the data that precedes all your future projects, as this makes changes in the application database. The color database is stored in the file, colordatabase.sld, in the application data folder, which is loaded at every SOLIDO startup. If you wish to exchange a standard database within your team, you can communicate using this file. You can also download the default color database as a document from the Physibel website under the knowledge base and keep the document handy. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.